Hey guys, hi, Interviewer here with a new segment I like to call Gaming Facts. In this segment, I will talk about interesting facts behind video games. This first episode may be a little overdone, but I will hopefully find more interesting and unique facts along the way. In this episode, I will be talking about the cancelled game EarthBound 64. EarthBound 64 is supposedly to be the third installment of the EarthBound/Mother series. The game was announced in 1997. It was originally going to be for the Nintendo 64 disc drive, but when the console failed, it was moved to the N64. A playable demo was shown at Space World 1999. The game looked amazing with a great soundtrack, amazing characters, and a moving storyline, but sadly it was delayed and later cancelled. The reason it was cancelled because the development team had trouble getting their translation to 3D graphics. The game's story was about Lucas and his family. The story seemed much like the final version, but with one or two unused cutscenes. One of these looked pretty cool. It showed Lucas and Klaus in a crazy chase scene in a minecart. I don't know about you, but I want to know what this is. I mean, when did this take place? How did they get here? I mean, it looks like a fun little dungeon. I want to see what it is. Anyway, this game looked pretty awesome, but I'm not complaining because 6 years after EarthBound 64 was cancelled, it was released for the GBA as Mother 3. The game was going to be 12 chapters long instead of the 8 the final version had. As far as we know, the ending was going to be about the same, with Porky Mensch being the penultimate boss and the last man being the final boss. The finale was going to be much darker than the final version. I want to know is how it gets darker. I mean, in the final battle of the final version, you found out the guy who's been trying to kill you was really your twin brother, who's been brainwashed by Porky. It's a one-on-one battle between Lucas and Klaus, but Lucas can't bring himself to hurt Klaus. Then your mother's ghost convinces Klaus that he is human. Klaus then takes off his mask and shoots a giant lightning bolt at Lucas. This then bounces off Lucas's Franklin badge and hits Klaus. In his final moments, he crawls over to Lucas to say his goodbyes and dies in Lucas's arms. Lucas then pulls the final needle and the world ends. That's right, no happy ending, no life spared, nothing. They all die. End. Okay, some people believe that they lived, but that sounded more dramatic. Now, there were a couple more characters in the game, too. Including, well, most of the characters were the same, actually. Duster, Kumatora, Boney, Lucas, Klaus, Flint, Hinawa. But there was one character that was never actually named, and I'm not even sure where she'd fit in. Probably in one of the other 4 chapters that the game had to offer. And she was this unnamed gothic girl. No, she's not Kumatora. And I don't know. I think she might have been an interesting character if they got her right. And knowing Nintendo, they probably would have. Now, long story short, this game looked really cool, but it was sadly canceled, but then remade later as Mother 3. Unfortunately, there is no official translation of Mother 3. But luckily, there is an awesome fan translation that might as well be the official translation. I mean, it's that good. So, well, I think that's it for today. See you next time on Gaming Facts.